Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a video not necessarily LEGO related, but we'll tie LEGO into it, I promise. But today I just wanted to sit down and talk about all the stuff that came out of DC Fandome yesterday. We actually streamed it here on the channel. Had, I think, almost 500 viewers at one point. I don't know if we hit it. I think we might have gone above. I don't remember, but it was really awesome. It was a very long stream. That first video actually got 14,000 views. So we streamed the whole entirety of the whole event. So it was a lot of fun to do that with around 200 of you at the smallest amount, which was awesome. I love doing that. I wish that there was more things like that we could do, because it was genuinely so much fun. So I figured that we would just go through and I'd share my thoughts, and if you're interested, and just talk about like the future for LEGO and different things like that for some of these things, and even CMF series that I plan and want to do. So let's go ahead and let's go through these things. So the first thing was the Wonder Woman 84 panel. If you didn't know, that set is selling absolutely horribly, unfortunately. It's already like half off at different places, so it's a bit of a shame. It's interesting that they're kind of saying that, oh, it's launching now, and I think it might have been like some of the articles and different things might have gotten the sets confused if it was the exclusive set or the actual Wonder Woman versus Cheetah set. But either way, I love the set, and I'm really excited for the movie. It was great. It was great to see Cheetah, and specifically, you really see the set in the trailer that they released yesterday. And but besides that, it was kind of boring, and I didn't really enjoy their panels at all whenever they came on to screen. The next thing that they actually did was the Gotham Knights game, and I loved all the characters' designs. They looked really great. And spoilers if you haven't seen the trailer or anything that I'm going to talk about in here, by the way. Spoilers for all that, but I am a little disappointed that Batman's not in that game. I like the idea of them doing this, but this isn't connected to Arkham or anything like that. Bruce dies in it, or before the events of it, and everything. So it's just I don't know if I have an interest in it without Batman. I think one of my favorite parts of Arkham Knight was the ability to play as Nightwing and Robin, and like have the ability to switch between Batman and the two of them. So I don't necessarily care about playing as Robin or Batgirl or Red Hood and different things like that. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Freeze looked awesome though. I did like what we saw. It all looked really great. It reminded me of like the Avengers with like the health bar and stuff. So we'll have to wait and see how that game turns out. But I would love to do a CMF series for that, and we'll come back to CMF series and stuff towards the end. But let's move on to the next panel, which was the Flash panel. And that was just something else. It was really, really awesome. I thought that I really had low expectations, but over the past few days, like just with the news with Ben Affleck coming back for that, I'm so excited about that. And then Michael Keaton, of course, being in it, but then seeing the new suit, which just I've never been a fan of the suit that he wears. I also really don't like him specifically, just not necessarily him as a character, but just he can't run. Like, he's the Flash and he can't run. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Snyder Cut, but specifically the suit looks great. It really does. And I loved seeing Michael Keaton young. It looks like, at least in the concept art that you could see on screen, it just looks incredible. I can't wait to see what that movie is going to be and how that's going to change literally everything going forward. So I'm beyond excited about that. The Suicide Squad, I'm so excited for. I have a feeling it's going to be R-rated, which is a little disappointing to me, just because, you know, you look at the lackluster success of Birds of Prey, and, you know, you're taking like a really popular character that people loved in Suicide Squad, whether or not you like that movie. I think Harley and Deadshot were two of the people that stole the show in that. And to take her and put her in her own movie, make it R-rated, so many, like, she was the #1 Halloween costume that year, when Suicide Squad came out. With Birds of Prey, you know, kids and stuff that really liked her couldn't go watch that movie, and rightfully so. But it's just with this, I wish that this, you know, I hope it's not R-rated, but just, you know, you see King Shark literally chomping on somebody, like I don't know. I love the people that are in this, though. I'm so excited about that aspect of it. I'm so happy that they have brought people from the first one into this. I'm excited about that. And just some of the people, like the standout to me that is just the most ridiculous one that I can't believe we're actually seeing is Polka Dot Man. Like, it's just so ridiculous. And the cast, when they were interviewing each other and playing the game or whatever, they just seems to just be having so much fun. I don't know why Deadshot is not in this, or why they just didn't recast him with Idris Elba, why they're doing this guy that I've literally never heard of before, Bloodsport, and it just, it's very weird to me. And are they going to acknowledge where Deadshot is? It's just, I have a billion questions, like if he's kind of like leading this team and whatever, and I don't know, it's very weird. It's very weird. I personally, Deadshot was him, and it's just strange. They even talked about how he has a daughter, and it's just the parallels between the two of them are just, I don't know. I don't have too much more to say about that, but I love their outfits, so maybe we'll do a CMF for that. I'm not gonna make a promise about that one specifically, but let's keep going on now to the next one, which was the surprise panel, which was literally them rambling on for a very, 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 very long time, and then just casually, not even like no logo, no nothing, no casting, nothing, just casually being like, oh yeah, we're working on a Static Shock movie. And to be completely honest with you, when they say something like that without a release date, without a logo, anything like that, I don't believe that it's happening at all. They have Batgirl in the works. They have Nightwing in the works. They have, the Cyborg movie that was announced. They have a billion, the Harley Quinn and Joker movie, all these other movies that DC has announced. If it's not here at Fandome and they don't have a release date, they don't have a logo, all these different things, I won't believe it until we actually see something official like that. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily care for it that much. I really was hoping that was something a lot bigger, like a new show or something for HBO Max. Like, I think they should have announced something for HBO Max for sure during this thing. But next is the Snyder Cut for Justice League. I've said a lot about this, but I don't like him. He literally, the parallels between what he says and what other people, specifically one line that sticks out to me from Fandome yesterday was that with The Rock and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, when he was saying that the person that he's accountable to, besides like his family and different things, and of course Warner Brothers, is the fans. When it comes to Zack Snyder, he has literally said, and I'm saying a nicer way, he's literally saying screw you to the fans when we get upset that Batman's killing people. He literally makes a movie for himself, which is what these movies, in my opinion, shouldn't be about with these big name characters. It should be for the fans, which is, it excites me for Black Adam, which we'll get to in a second, but I really dislike his attitude. I don't like what he does to the characters, and specifically with this trailer, literally killing off Victor Stone's dad. So if there's a Cyborg movie down the line, then that director can't do anything with that character, and same thing that he did with Jimmy Olsen. But yeah, it does look good. I'm excited. I'm excited whenever stuff like this happens for DC. It excites me that people are going to get to experience brand new characters that you've never heard of before, or that you've only heard of, but you're going to get to see in action, specifically with this one with Darkseid. I'm beyond excited for people to be like, wow, this guy is a bigger threat than Thanos ever was. So I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait for that. And Flash TV panel, I'm a little over the show. I think it's getting really repetitive. It was really ironic, just some of the things that they were saying. It's like, oh, we tried out this year. I'm like, you've been doing this for the past 7 years, and it's very formulaic, and it's just very, very repetitive. With Black Adam, it was awesome. I'm so excited for that. I didn't expect to be that excited about that. I can't wait to see him at some point go up against Shazam. But it was so great, some of the concept art and just the animations and stuff that they're putting together, because of course they can't film. It was just great to get something and to, see Atom Smasher and Hawkman and Dr. Fate, which was just the craziest thing to me. Like, I can't wait for DC to have their Sorcerer Supreme. Like, it's just so awesome. I really hope we get a set for that, specifically with Black Adam and Dr. Fate. Even if it's just like a loose tie-in like they kind of did last year with just chucking in Shazam into the set, I would love for us to get Black Adam and Dr. Fate. Like, that would just be beyond amazing for sure. So excited about that one. And he also teased kind of talking about Superman and stuff, so it would be awesome to see them fight as well. And Titans, what was season 3? The Scarecrow, really awesome about that. Red Hood, and that's great. That's great. I'm a very casual fan of that show, but I don't know. Aquaman, literally the only piece of news that we got is Ocean Master is going to be in it. Besides that, don't know anything else with that. But the next thing was the Shazam panel, when we got a name for the sequel, which is the Fury of the Gods. So, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I loved Shazam. It was a lot of fun, and I didn't really like that all the family members and stuff got the powers so early. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with that next time. The worst part of the entire experience, in my opinion, was when the cast of Wonder Woman 84 played Mafia. It was just the most boring thing. Why, as an audience, would we ever have any interest of that? It was so boring. We literally just went shopping while that happened. And then next up here, the Suicide Squad to killing the Justice League. Awesome. I think that I'm excited about it. I'm excited in concept. Not necessarily execution of what we have seen so far. We didn't see any gameplay. It was just a long trailer, and it is interesting. I'm curious to see if it's going to be M-rated or if it's going to be, if it's going to be teen-rated. I think it'll probably be M-rated. Just, they're going to have to kill some member of the Suicide Squad to get the sort of story across to people. But just, I don't know. They said that this is connected to Arkham, and I could do a whole separate video talking about how that frustrates me, that they're just throwing out a lot of the canon that is already set up. When is this taking place? If Batman is still alive, because she mentions wanting to go kill Batman, then it just, it just means that the Joker's out there as well. So there's so many things. Deadshot specifically has appeared in one of the games in the past, and now it's just, oh, he's black now. So it's very weird. They're both Floyd Lawton. It's not just a different Deadshot. So all these things, it reminds me of X-Men writing, where they're just like, yeah, it's connected. And who cares about the other things that we're going to change in this one, but they're still connected. Regardless, though, it's awesome to see an official look here at, specifically at Superman. To see the Arkham Superman that they have been teasing in Easter eggs and references for so long, it is so great. I really want to do at least an Arkham Series 2 or something along those lines to connect with this, because my goodness, I need to draw that Superman, and some of their outfits just look great and fun and wacky. It looked a lot like Overwatch or something, and that's just what I kind of thought of, but still fun. And the Batman, boy, did the director ramble on about nothing. Like, I've never heard someone talk so much and to walk away from it not knowing, like, not really gaining anything out of its any substance, besides some of the stuff that he said about the Riddler and Catwoman, and of course also with the Penguin, which was really great. Just, this is year 2 with Batman. That's cool to know. And then, I don't know, he talked too long. Chad and I, we were losing it. But it was really awesome. The trailer just looks incredible. They've only filmed a quarter of this movie, and it already is incredible. I literally didn't even realize the Penguin was in this trailer until I was seeing it on Instagram stories. Didn't realize it. Wow, does that not look at all like Colin Farrell? He looks incredible. Riddler looks strange, weird take on it, and there's a rumor of Hush being in the movie. The bandages and the wraps and stuff, or at least whatever, the duct tape, just visually that made me think of Hush. So we'll have to wait and see, like, who else is in this movie, because he did say Rogues Gallery, so I don't necessarily know if 3 villains count as a Rogues Gallery. It'd be awesome to see some more people pop up in this, I think, and set stuff up for the future. But Gordon looks good. Selena looks incredible, and I'm so excited. And of course, Batman, that suit, the combat and everything. I hope that this is PG-13 and not R-rated, because we need sets for this. I think it's going to be PG-13. It just might be on the darker side, kind of like The Dark Knight, but this is going to be kids' first Batman, right? Like with The Dark Knight was. I remember going to school when I was really young, and people just talked about The Dark Knight. This is going to be people's first Batman, people growing up right now. So they got to go all out. They got to get the merch. They got to get the Lego sets out there. They got to get everything out there that would, the lunch boxes, the backpacks. It cannot be R-rated because of that. So I'm so excited about that, though. Like, it looked amazing. I really was so impressed by that. I hope we get sets next year, because this just looks so fun. Like, there's just so many things. Man, I loved it. Yesterday was incredible. One of the best, like, memorable streams that I think that I've ever done. And just, as a DC fan, as someone who loves DC more than Marvel, just the characters and the fact that we're just seeing all this stuff, it just, man, I'm excited. I'm beyond excited, as you could hear in my voice, and I'm excited for what this means for the CMF series on our channel. Of course, unfortunately, by the way, that Suicide Squad game is 2022, so that's long ways off, even though we haven't heard anything from Rocksteady for 5 years since Arkham Knight came out. You know, I still am so excited about this huge lineup. It just excites me so much, but I'm so excited. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. I want to hear your thoughts. What were your highlights? What was some of the best stuff? If you didn't know that maybe I just told you, I'd love to hear it. I hope that you did enjoy this video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one.